Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Tuesday, 30th September 2025, Aries. Usually you trust your instincts about money, but today you should believe even more strongly in financial sense. Unconventional ideas for increasing your income might come. While your instincts may say go for it, your logic could tell you no. Help yourself by consulting a professional who knows what's happening, and if they agree with your instincts, then please go for it. Taurus, a friend or group could be transforming not only your personality but also your life. The changes could be taking place at a very deep level, so you might be aware of them. You could be surprised but not to be upset. Everyone changes. For you, this transmutation will prove positive. You may not have planned it, but for sure it is happening. Gemini, have you been thinking about changing your job or taking up new professions? If you have, now is the time to lay down the groundwork. If you haven't considered it, a new opportunity may take you by surprise. You may go for a behind-the-scenes career like banking to a very public profession, like acting, but don't hesitate because of insecurity. If you like what's happening, then please go for it. Cancer, a radical transformation of your daily routine is definitely in the wind, and you may decide to get an advanced degree or move to a foreign country or become more involved with a group. Even for someone as adventurous as you, this particular change might seem outrageous. Don't worry about it. Follow your heart. Such opportunities often arise only once in a lifetime. Leo, your values might be under attack. Perhaps someone connected with your job is doing things that seem unethical and you don't want to be associated with him or her. Whatever the situation is, dealing with it may be too difficult. You might even consider leaving your field. Think carefully first. Whatever you decide, you'll want to be sure that it is right for you. Virgo, expect to channel a lot of energy into partnerships today, whether the partnership is new or long-term, business or personal. It requires extra effort to maintain. Perhaps you and your partner needs to communicate more. Share your concerns or brainstorm some plans for the future that are a bit different from what you usually do. Make the effort. You'll be surprised. Libra, delving into the more obscure areas of your work could be your focus today. This could involve some in-depth research, exploring possibilities for new enterprises, or something as mundane as cleaning out files. Intense conversations concerning these matters could take place. Don't be surprised at anything you turn up. Strange objects or information are definitely in the wind, so be aware. Scorpio, are you currently involved in a creative enterprise with a partner? If so, expect a burst of energy to be directed to completing that project. You might make some progress today, and you have in the 7 weeks. Though you may be surprised at the direction that the enterprise takes. In the evening, schedule a date with a love partner. You'll have a lot to report. Sagittarius, some work on your house's infrastructure might be needed today. Plumbing or electricity might be giving you problems, but you'll be glad when the repairs are done. Your house will probably run more efficiently for this reason. It's best not to try to make the repairs yourself. Even if you're somewhat skilled in the area, please call a professional. Capricorn, creative writing or speaking projects might take up a lot of your time today. You could channel your energy not only your mind but also a very being into your work. You'll probably be so caught up in what you're doing that you have difficulty returning the reality of the world when you're done. Never mind, you'll probably be pleased by the results. Aquarius, family values that you embrace could be challenging today. You might consider some friends to be your true family, or think that an unconventional household works better for you than a traditional one. So what if you prefer to commune with a nuclear family? Don't let the concerns of other relatives cause you to hold back. Please go for it. Pisces, some books that you find fascinating are changing your life in subtle ways. They may involve new lifestyles or ancient mysteries coming to light in a new scientific discovery. This isn't likely to be just a passing interest. What you're learning could well become part of your being. You want to read everything pertaining to that subject. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Tuesday, 30th September 2025. Do have yourself a great, blessed, and wonderful day.
Good morning, guys. It's Tuesday. How are you doing? Welcome to the morning show. Let's go on over to our news department. Let's see what we're working with.
Good morning. Welcome to the news desk. I'm Lisa Joseph with a look at some of the top news stories. The political heir to one of St. Lucia's most powerful constituencies has been named. Danny Butcher, the former campaign manager for Dr. Kenny Anthony, is now the man the St. Lucia Labour Party hopes will fill the void left by the retiring three-time Prime Minister. At his launch on Sunday, Butcher didn't just pay tribute to his predecessor, he laid out an aggressive plan to reshape VA4.
I recommend a road connectivity project which will include the connecting of the cantonment to Black Bay via the bypass road near Lucilec worksite. Connecting of Larishes to Cedar Heights, passing behind the Larishes field. Connecting Latuni to Cedar Heights, using the bypass road near the solar farm. Connecting the Bacadere to the Viewfort Labrie Highway, across the Labushi. I've heard you. Across the Labushi. And a bypass road from New Dock Road along the Dames playing field to reach the Castries Highway.
Butcher thanked his predecessor, the six-term VA4 South MP and three-time Prime Minister Dr. Kenny Anthony, for his nearly 3 decades of service. Dr. Anthony noted that Butcher had served as his campaign manager in the last election, an election where he won by his largest margin since May 1997. St. Lucia's Foreign Affairs and International Trade Minister Alva Baptiste took the global stage at the United Nations General Assembly Monday, issuing a powerful call for unity, fairness, and decisive action. From climate justice to regional security, Baptiste tackled some of the world's most pressing challenges while warning of threats that could destabilize the Caribbean.
Madam President, there is no doubt that climate change is the most consequential and formidable challenge facing seeds. In fact, the latest scientific projections portend a grim future. Consequently, addressing the climate crisis is imperative for the survival and well-being of humanity, transcending national borders regardless of size or wealth.
Minister Baptiste urged the UN to ensure equitable climate financing for vulnerable states to secure their survival and prosperity. He also warned against the erosion of global trust, stressing that transparency and integrity must remain the foundation of international cooperation. Peter Dennis Chico is stepping into the spotlight as the United Workers' Party's endorsed candidate for Castries East, promising to tackle long-standing issues and bring tangible change to the constituency ahead of the next general elections.
If this lady had that $75,000 of health insurance just so that she could have purchased that medication, I guarantee you this lady would have been with us and to see her children and her grandchildren grow. The cost of the medication is $500 for 1 month's supply.
Chico also criticized the underperformance of the current administration, questioning whether their slogan, "Putting people first," has truly translated into results. He urged voters to examine policies objectively before heading to the polls, stressing that without a healthy nation, there can be no room for progress. St. Lucia is turning the tide on climate action, moving from traditional grant funding to dynamic partnerships with the private sector. On Monday, the Departments of Sustainable Development and Finance, together with the NDC partnership, hosted a high-level stakeholder dialogue aimed at mobilizing investors and strengthening collaboration to drive climate resilience and sustainable economic growth across the island.
So when we speak about support, it's more than just financial support. Whilst that's the big one that everybody can think of and can understand, we recognize that stakeholders, private sector included, need support such as regulatory changes. There might be policy changes that are required, training, or technology that could be transferred to assist them in the work that they're doing to ensure that they can better support climate action.
The consultation is meant to jumpstart work on St. Lucia's NDC implementation plan, which will guide the country in the coming years. And that's a look at some of the top stories in the news. Now, back to your host.
It's a beautiful day here. Thank you, guys. We'll take a break and come right back. guess what? Today is the final day in the month of September, which means tomorrow is going to be the start of October. Come on, talk to me nice. I ahead of you all, Lucia. But obviously, we've got to get into know of everything that we should be aware of in the month of October. And you know me, I'm always looking forward to telling you what is on the menu, the do's and the don'ts in terms of the things that we look forward to on the menu during that time. Yvonne Edwin is always so generous. I'm here with Yvonne Edwin. You know you can depend on me when we're heading into Creole celebration, the month of October, to find out what we're going to get when we go on out to the Creole celebration, because I am an advocate for those kind of things. I mean, seafood is my thing, and I want to know what's going to be on the menu when I go on out to the various Creole celebrations. So Yvonne, no, I must find you wrong this time. I have sea urchin on my mind again this year. She fed up on me. Yvonne, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Thank you for always facilitating me when it comes to that. But, it's very important for persons like me, and I'm the voice for the people. I got to find out what's on the list, what's not on the list, what practices. We got to keep reminding people of the practices, what to do, what not to do, what to look for, what not to look for. But first, we're going to start off with the season and what's going to be in season or out of season for the Creole celebration.
So we know around this time it's Creole month. We celebrate our heritage, our tradition. And of course, people look out for the frequently favored seafoods during Creole month. It's not a day anymore. It's a month of activities. Yes. And as the month draws in, it's important to let persons know what's in season, out of season, the do's and don'ts. Yes. And so conch fishery remains open, and I will show you a listing of the open and closed seasons. The lobster season is currently open. Of course, there are conditions such as the carapace length. The lobster should not be carrying eggs or molting. As much as I'm saying this, it really boils down to the persons who are selling those items. As consumers, it's important for us to also be aware. Why purchase something and it's out of season? So this is important for you consumers out there. The fisheries such as the crayfish and the shadow fishery, these are very ticklish, and there are various conditions in order for the department to open them. Right. And so these will be advised as time progresses during October. Mm-hmm. And of course, you have the sea turtle that opens and unfolds in October. But what's extremely important is the hosting communities, the establishments that have Creole Day focus activities and menus, is to be mindful, especially for crayfish, how people go out and catch those seafoods. There are some illegal practices. There are some practices such as the crayfish from the river. It is poisoned. You find persons dropping dangerous substances in the waterway, and this is how they capture the crayfish, for example. So again, I'm using this example for consumers to be aware. You do not want to be eating seafoods that's illegally processed, purchased, or they went through a series of trauma in order for them to be reharvested. And so be mindful of that, consumers. Frequently favored seafoods that are open, you have the conch, your lobby, you could get those throughout, lobster, and be mindful of those menus. Mm-hmm. Think of what you're eating. We need to see food differently because people do a lot of things in order to get the sale and the commercial for commercial purposes. Yeah. So be mindful of that, especially the crayfish. Be alert. You do not want to be eating these poisoned seafoods and just be consuming throughout the month and not knowing what might be affecting your body. Right. So that is the message for consumers. Be mindful, be alert. There are open and closed fisheries, and you should be aware before consuming and indulging in those.
Wonderful. And if it is necessary, we'll roll back around and see if there's any chance that we can have the sea urchins on the list. But for now, it's a no-no. Let's leave this one out.
Yes. Let's leave it out until the indications and the assessment would be able to inform and better allow you to enjoy those seafoods. I know a lot of persons are looking forward. BweelzFit, enjoy the Creole month. Enjoy our heritage, what's us, and what comes from our marine environment. But just be mindful of how persons are getting those and getting it onto your plate. Wonderful. So enjoy.
Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you so much. October also marks, when we are a little more focused about our health. Breast Cancer Awareness Month is coming up. Oh, don't forget POP. Pink on Purpose. We're going to talk some more about that as well as we move into October. But staying healthy, the fitness journey, making it a lifestyle, understanding the importance of putting this together in that manner, you know what, it's never too much. And the information to remind you, keep the awareness about that is never too much. And who best than one of our very own on the morning show, Shani, to give us a little reminder and an update. Well, ever so often we need to hop in here with our little girl, Shani, because Shani is always on our morning show, just doing her thing. But when you get to interact with Shani on the morning show, just movement, so we from time to time want to tap into Shani, to keep up and keep that reminder of why it is important that you do what you do, why it is that people should continue to get involved, the benefits, because you can talk to us. God, I've been trying on his stomach. Why is it important to remain consistent with this? Especially, we're heading into the month of October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, or female. The records are there to show that, a lot of our females, that's one of the cancer that affects us most. And the highest rate in death comes from that as well. And why is it so important for us to continue to keep that as part of our lifestyle, the movement? What have you been seeing in terms of your practice? Have persons been heeding the call? Have more people coming to you to show that they're aware and they want to do that, they want to make those changes?
Yeah, I think more persons are getting more serious about health and wellness, and not just movements like soca size. Whether it is that they're doing weight training in the gym, they're walking, or they're finding some form of movement that will benefit them, that they enjoy doing, so they can be more consistent with it. I think the interest is there, and persons are recognizing the benefits of such a commitment to themselves, their family, their country. Yeah.
Wonderful. Now, that is one part of it. Now, so we see you move a lot. How do you balance of that? Now, what do you do in terms of diet? Do you do the whole route? Or you like me, and then sometimes I fall short on the diet part, So persons may look at us, we put out our stuff. People look at us and they get really drawn in and they move. What are some of the challenges you face along that journey? I'm going to ask you that personally because I know I have some of my own.
Oh yeah. So I recently this weekend competed in the bodybuilding competition. I won gold for fit model and for bikini, and also was awarded my pro card, which means I'm a professional athlete now. But the journey, especially this year, has been very challenging. Everybody likes to eat food. I like to eat food. I like snacks. But this year I had to be monitoring what I'm consuming, how much of it, and just knowing, okay, should I eat this? Should I not eat this? I messed up a lot of times. I slipped up. I had stuff that I should not have eaten. But I don't beat myself up about it to say, oh no, I'm such a terrible person, or I need to not eat anything for the next day to kind of recover from that. Just giving myself grace in the process to say, okay, I acknowledge that I faltered, but I'm going to now, instead of spiraling out of control, I'm going to now reel it back in and continue on this path that I'm on. Knowing how to incorporate things that are still flavorful, still, give you that little, I'm feeling for something sweet, I'm feeling for something nice, but still has a healthy aspect to it, or still works within the diet that you're on. And I personally believe a diet is just what you eat and drink, not keto or Atkins, right. Or, so understanding that your diet is what you consume every single day, all the time, and understanding that if you want to be healthy and have a healthy lifestyle, that you need to be aware of what you are consuming and how much of it and what's going on. So understanding that your diet is something that is sustainable, but you can allow yourself to enjoy certain things at certain points.
I like the fact that you mentioned grace when you falter, and I think that's going to be the take home for me. But of course, for those of you who want to stay in tune with Shani is always there. Maybe you might want to utilize her services in some time to come as well. Shani, what's the handles again?
All right, so for Soca Size SLU. I also have my bodybuilding page now, which is Venus_SLU_IFBB Pro.
Let me talk to you about the pro. You can't live out the pro now, eh? Put some respect on the name. Pro. Congratulations, Shani.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Good. Shani. Thank you, Shani. Bweels is up next. More of the lifestyle changes. BweelzFit lifestyle. Come on now.
So, what's going on there?
Bruh, that exercise we did there that mashed me up.
Like you need some energy, Gasala. You are you going to die?
No, I need a boost. I really need a boost. You know where I can get a boost?
Where?
Dalkan Pharmacy.
Dalkan Pharmacy?
You know where that is?
No.
Let's go. I'll show you. They have a whole sorted... Bruh, you think I have supplements there? I said, let's go. I'll show you.
Alright.
Hey, little boy. I like the way you take pizza.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, boy. That's what I'm telling you. That's
Right
what
there?
I need. Right there. Test. My lady, how much? I don't want to know the price. Call police for me. Bruh, you see that there?
Oh shit, boy.
Call police for me. Oh, they have the Moby fees there. Bruh, that's what I need.
That man you go be charged after that.
Charged.
Brother. Charged. Wait.
Test 7X. Bruh, you need to get that. If you're in the fitness industry, you need to get that. These and... Bruh, she legit. Come on, she legit. So yeah, at Dalkan Pharmacy, which is located on... I know go the streets. If they have to give my license and tell me go and drive and go this street, that street, I will fail. So it happen directly opposite the courthouse, just before you inject 2 triple N, you get Dalkan Pharmacy. And Mr. Harrow, omega free. The body needs that.
You always need that.
The body needs that for both male and female. The good thing about it is everything is for both male and female. Well, I wouldn't advise a female to get the test.
No.
But for the guys, there's a guy named Kwame. There's a guy named Kwame. Made there like a shishin pool. For his birthday, we'll give him that.
We'll give him 2 boxes.
We'll give him 2 boxes for his birthday. But the test was 7, I had a test taken before. And when I saw that, I packed that on the side. And bruh, energy for days. And not just that.
Times 7.
She legit. You know I go to the body, she legit? Up where they selling the food, up Grizzly.
Yeah.
One of them fellas that have the place, the Syrians that have the place that told me about that and I went and ordered it. And I ordered that online. A fairly decent price. I saw it for like $67.
US or EC?
US.
My God.
Bruh, what's the price of that? $45.50 EC. The test I got was US again. What is that? 50. Bruh, let me tell you something. I'm not telling you no ifs or buts about it. You need to come down to Dalkan Pharmacy and get it. Now they have the Shilajit in all forms. They have powder, they have gummies, they have capsule, they have diabetic care, they have Centrum, they have magnesium. Angela, you checked me for magnesium this morning. Now my goods coming, but I see what I think you asked me for. We have it at Dalkan. So I don't care about all these things, but you see everything for the gym, supplements we need, we have it here. So come down to Dalkan Pharmacy, located across the courthouse in town, almost passing, intersecting with Triple N. Come and get your vitamins, your minerals, your tests, everything. BweelzFit Lifestyle approve this message because I am using it myself and I feel good. For me being 46, I feel good. And I prove it again. When these people come again, easy work. Come, don't run. Easy work. Oh my God. That's how we get fit and ripped even while trying. At BweelzFit Lifestyle and at Dalkan Pharmacy, powered by DBS. Good morning.
And there you have it. Another wonderful morning show here with us. Another wonderful way to wake up in the morning and start your day off on the right note. Well, guess what? We're looking forward to doing it again tomorrow. And we hope you're going to join us then for another DBS This Morning. Enjoy your day and be kind to yourself first and then be kind to others.